and digital identity. I was speaking earlier to Andrew, and I said to him, on our website we've got something basically called a digital bill of rights, right?
Yeah.
And the core fraction of that, so it doesn't affect the English bill of rights. You can add to people's rights, you can't take away, right? The common law system allows for that, but what the common law system doesn't allow is for your rights, your natural rights to be taken away, right? That's why they're enshrined in a constitution. So the crucial element to this is the digital bill of rights that's on our website. And it says you can't have central digital currencies, right? Banking currencies. You can't do this. You don't own my retina scan or my facial scan or my gait, right? You don't own my fingerprints. You don't own my blood type. You don't own my DNA. I own that. It's my copyright.
Yeah.
It's my natural right to command all of that. You can't have it, right? And that's what the digital bill of rights. So sometimes as in the previous ancestral generation, they create the Bill of Rights to protect our rights because they see what happened. They said, how are we going to stop this and protect our future generations? What we've got to do is not put the cross in the sand and the line in the sand and then say, now there's a digital, because we've seen that. They couldn't see that then. We can see this now. And then I've no doubt in 400 years' time, there will be something else, and it will probably be something to do with space. And they'll turn around and say, you need these rights in space. You can't allow these people to just do what they want to do. But that was it, really. I was going to say, I mean, was there anything you want to finish on?
I think what people need to give consideration
to as well.
Yeah, I think what people need to give consideration to is, I've got no doubt at all, and I mean no doubt, that within the forthcoming months the food system will crash.
Yeah.
I'll stand corrected. Will be crashed.
Will be.
Right? Will be crashed deliberately. People need to start stocking up on food. They need to make sure that food's secure, because we're going to end up with this problem of people looting the people's houses without any doubt at all. We've got to make sure that, you need food, you need food protected. I think that the mass of people will be gone within 28 days anyway, so that won't matter because they'll be fighting among each other. Get yourself to a position that you can stand that first 28 days. People
learn how to fast.
Learn how to fast is a very important thing.
Crucially important.
More important than food.
Exactly.
More important than food.
So my most recent fast was 3 weeks with no food.
Wow.
So if people fit, and by the way, it tells you in the Bible, right? It's healthy, it's natural.
Oh, it is.
You should do it.
And
it resets your body.
Yeah.
And your body clock.
If you look back to nomadic times, they were used to fasting for long periods of time. They were going to trek across the desert, for instance, or one end of the country to another, and it was the middle of the winter when you've got nothing, only a bit of snow on the ground, so you could get yourself some water. There's no apples on the hedgerow, there's no blackberries, whatever it might be. So I do think people have got to start thinking about that preparation very quickly. And I do think, from our side, as I say, we've set up the Food Finders, so it's foodfindershub.co.uk, where we've got farmers and you sign up as a customer. We've got ambassadors on there. We've got 450 people who are just passionate about food, that are going out and talking to farmers, saying, please put your food on here. 450 people, and I think to myself, we're in such a blessed position with where we are, and if we get a few months run at this to get, we've got in 28 days we've got 7,000 members of the public signed up. And I've got no doubt that will continue to grow.
People are getting it in a big way.
But I think what they're getting is, they're getting the fact of what's coming. Everyone can feel that we've got a movement coming. And I think at the same point that movement's coming from our side, the government is absolutely up in the game massively, because as far as they're concerned, they know. And people say, oh yeah, but we've got till 2030. You haven't. You've got until 2027, 28. That they're going to have it all in place by then, right? Without any doubt at all. I think the next 2025 is going to be the pinnacle point of this.
I absolutely agree.
Right, this isn't 2030. Don't think we've got 5 years.
So just to make sure I express this to everyone, it's one of the reasons I've been impressed. I was asked to look at your YouTube channel. I was asked to listen to you by some of our members, right? So there's different groups that are all coming together, right? And they really put me in the direction of people that obviously, they're always good people that they direct me towards, right? And then I started watching, seeing what's going on. We've got this situation now crept in where the government are trying to put the farmers out of business.
Yeah.
By the way, the old style farmers should look at copyhold, right? Which is one of their ancient rights.
Yeah.
Again, they'll all go and say, "Oh, I've spoken to my barrister friend. My barrister friend's actually said poo-poos all that, right?"
Yeah.
No. Right, you've got to start looking, and I'm not talking about free man of the land. I'm talking about the Constitution and the common law, the way it's existed from our ancestors to put it in place to safeguard us, right?
Yeah.
But crucially, to what you're saying, these people, your website, which I'll put a link up to as well, and the farmers can come and have a look at it. But one of the things that I want to do is I'm going to be getting out and speaking to more farmers. I think I said earlier, there's another group of people who've got small holdings, and you can go on there, you can help them out there, and then you can sleep on the farm and they'll feed you.
Yeah.
I'm not into money. I've never been into money. I've had money.
Yeah. Same here.
I'm not
It
interested.
didn't change me.
No, well, it's about lifestyle, and it's about cognitive ability and understanding what these people are doing to us, right? So again, you're one of them people that has highlighted that. You are 100% not an utter. You live a life on here that most people would die for.
Absolutely.
Right? Again, I just think if everyone starts to understand, move forward on the 80% you agree with, forget about the other 20%, because I'm telling you now, the communists have been in agreement for a long time. They don't want you on this planet.
Absolutely.
And unless we actually come together as the 80%, right, and agree on the 80%, the 20%
we can work on.
we'll work on that at some other stage, but we need to move forward. So I'm just going to say thank you very much. I will put the website on there. Do you know what's your website called?
Foodfindershub.co.uk.
Foodfindershub.co.uk.
Yep.
And then so you've got the farmers associated with that, and then you've got the retail, and there's some ambassadors on there, and they're going out and talking to the farmers and building it up.
Yep.
Excellent.
It's a simple system, and I had a question the other day on it, and someone said to me, "Are all the farmers on there organic?" I said, "No, but they're farmers." And what I think we can achieve is if once we've got the masses onto the website, we can start saying to the farmers, "These people would really like you to grow organically."
Yeah.
And that is when you've got the farmers not relying on the system, because the problem is at the minute they're relying on the system that's broken.
I agree with you entirely, but you've also highlighted a point. So anyone listening to this from a strategic point of view, how can I explain this so everyone gets it? In strategy, you can understand it, or tactically, you can understand this. If you've got a 1 metre enemy and a 6 metre enemy, which enemy is the most important enemy to put down first? Because they're going to kill you, right? And it's obvious it's the 1 metre enemy, right? The old saying, when you see the whites of their eyes, right? That's what you've just explained there. People are saying that it must be organic. Let me tell you something. Food is the priority, organic or not organic, and the distribution of that food, getting it from the farmers to you, not the fact that it's organic, right? Because you need the food.
What I will say on that is the other side of what I said earlier. The food over here and you over here, the supermarkets are adding the poisons.
Correct. So you've removed that. You've removed additional chemicals, sprays, etc. That the supermarkets was adding, that the farmers didn't add.
Yep.
The supermarkets have added it. You've removed that anyway, and that's what most people object to.
Yes.
Right. So the organic system of the soil, this particular place, and I've just seen it set up, which is electroculture, I believe it's called. Right. Fantastic. Right. I looked at that. I'm well impressed with that. Right. And I'm well impressed with the way you are regenerating the soil to generate its minerals and reproduce it. Right? And there's many other things that you can do as well with that. But that is fantastic, right? So produce from this farm not only will when it all kicks in, I've seen it growing out there. When it kicks in full scale, is not only is it organic, it is electroculture, it will be the highest quality of minerals.
Highly dense nutritional value.
Yeah,
That's what we need.
Highly dense nutritional value containing all of the minerals that you need.
Yep.
And again, fruits, vitamins, etc. If you're growing fruit that way, you're going to get the vitamins the way they should be, and your body will just absorb it straight in, and that it is nutrition of your body. So if you are fully neutralised, vitamised, and amino acids, the essential 90 as it's described, if your body has that every day, most of the illnesses are eliminated. And that's what people have got to understand.
And why do they farm in the way they farm is deliberately to remove those so you become ill, so they can give you a medicine.
Correct.
And we know that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
No.
I've really enjoyed this, I've got to say.
So have I. Thank you very much. Right, so again, everyone, don't forget, this channel is also, the Bowler-hatted farmer is also on YouTube. So I just want to make sure everyone can literally go and have a look at that. Touch wood, I'm hoping that camera is working properly.